Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's start here. Hello, everybody. This is Itering Weekly Update with your host, Dustin Lee. I'm business development team at Evolution Land and Darwina. We have some special guests today with Megan and Madukshe. We'll have them on in a second here. But be sure to like and subscribe this video. Check out other content we release throughout the week. We do AMAs every Thursday and Friday, and we have our live stream for Evolution Land this Saturday. Also wanted to mention we got some interesting partnerships as well. We'll be mentioning today as well on this stream, but I wanted to bring on Megan. If you wanted to introduce yourself, people that don't know who you are. Feel free to jump on.
Let's see if this works. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, you're great. Thank you.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. I'm Megan. I'm with the business development team at Darwinia and Evolution Land. I started as a community manager a couple of years ago, but Jesse seems to have taken over that job while I've moved on with other things behind the scenes at the company. So, yeah, it's nice to work with Itering Tech.
Yeah, it's been a blessing, having you, pretty much running most things for the longest time. Like I saw your face early on, and before I even jumped on, and it's just exciting to see like how far we've been in this, in our positions in this space, and like the knowledge we've learned and retained. It's just crazy how far we've gone with these projects that we're part of. And but yeah, your expertise is like always very insightful. So I wanted to jump into some of these updates for Darwinia. I'm excited to talk about that, such as like the new revision of the website, and maybe some exciting updates this last week that you've been a part of, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, maybe just.
Sure. Yeah. Well, the website and the documentation that I think a lot of it is still coming has been in the works for a long time. So with our Western and Eastern teams, it's hard to coordinate sometimes. So when we're working on documents and something like a large project like the website, it does take some coordination and time to get everything sorted out and working the way we would like it to. So yeah, nice to see the launch of the new website, and I think our gene paper is going to be coming soon in the next few days.
Exciting. So I noticed there's like a lot of additions to the website, such as like adding new features, like the solidity contracts here, and there's like for sending messages and EVM calls and access restriction. What are these functions? Like, maybe you can let us know a little bit.
It's nice to see some practical examples of what you can do right on the front page of the Darwinia website. So yeah, we're Justin's looking at a few different example message calls, function calls, different cross-chain stuff that you can do. So I think there are 3 different examples here right on the front page.
Yeah, these are exciting. So are these are examples, or so there's more, of course, information in the SDK here.
Definitely, yeah. These are just little code snippets that devs can customize for their own uses. But yeah, just a little preview of what can be done.
Yeah, it's exciting to see this. Like, I've talked to some devs and they've been interested, but being able to actually access it and like see it for themselves is definitely a huge difference. So yeah, we've been quite a bit expanding at this point, like with our AMAs and projects. Was there any exciting updates this last week that you would want to mention?
Geez, the updates are kind of fast and furious sometimes, but I think the website is the big one for this week. Just trying to get the word out to a lot of our developers that have been waiting for news about the SDK and waiting for these kinds of code examples that we've released. So yeah, it'll be nice to see. We've already received a ton of great feedback from the website and what developers we're working with have seen so far.
Great. Yeah, I definitely have to refresh our chats with projects to, express to them the new information. I know you have as well, so that helps a lot, and it definitely gives a lot of recognition to this new update. It's exciting, and bringing on new projects, and also just revising the projects that we've updated our information so they could utilize it in their own way. So yeah, is there anything, well, I don't know if you can't say too much, but like any exciting aspects of projects possibly, like we're working with? We can only say so much, but
yeah, there are a few exciting partnerships we're working on, but can't really talk too much about those.
yeah.
I mean, there's really quite a few that we're looking forward to.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm always talk to these new projects, and smaller projects to larger projects, and seeing how they can add value to us. And yeah, it's really cool to be able to like reach out to projects and that then recognizing us, or seeing the technology that we're building is very fascinating, and they can utilize. So yeah, it's been such a like journey, you know, and I'm glad that we're all here. You know, I don't think Jesse's gonna be jumping in today, but so yeah, I think I'm just gonna carry on with the stream. If you want to add anything, Megan, and then um,
Just it's exciting to see this new website rollout, especially with the timing of this Harmony Bridge hack that happened yesterday. That got some publicity. We don't really hear much about trustless bridges because, of course, they don't get hacked, and that's what makes the headlines usually, and diminishes people's faith in bridges. But when it comes down to is the level of trust, and bridges like Harmony are very similar to the Ronin Bridge, which was hacked a few months ago. And these are basically federated custodial systems that actually custody funds. So when they're hacked, unfortunately, there's not even an insurance or bonding mechanism where the attackers will get slashed or lose their collateral. With the Harmony Bridge, unfortunately, funds are completely lost because you, as a trusted system, you have to rely on them to compensate victims of any fraud or malicious actors. So Darwinia aims to solve all that, of course, with its client messaging protocol and compatibility with XCM. So we're looking forward to more projects showing up on Crab and Darwinia.
yeah, I appreciate you touching on that because I did have that actually pulled up. It was going to be one of the information I was going to bring up, and I'm glad that you mentioned that before I forgot to have you on here. But yeah, it's interesting that we're kind of still reinventing the wheel here, and everyone's still using these bridges. And we had a conversation at the Sama Nights about this. This is something that we could avoid completely if we advocate for the right use cases with bridging. And it's such a deeply rooted issue that needs to be fixed, or we're just going to have such bad press, and anyone that's on the outside looking in, they're going to see that these hacks are consistent, and we're not doing anything to protect ourselves. And what happens with regulation is they overreach, assuming that we need that protection, which we can fix on our own. We don't need that protection. We have the technology. So for in this case it says the FBI is being involved, it just gives the regulators a little bit more crutch against the crypto space, in blockchain space, and Web3 and as a whole. And we need to really utilize what technology we have. And definitely with Darwinia, our project is that is the focal point of our technology. So I hope we can advocate for this in our space, and educate others the difference between these types of bridges, and we would eliminate this issue and actually grow utilizing this security with Web 2 to Web 3 integration, because it's inevitable. But we don't want $1 trillion hacks. We don't want $1 billion hacks. We're almost there, $1 billion hacks. So it's just it's unfortunate to see this again and again. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm glad you showed up, Megan. Appreciate it. I guess I'll move forward with the talk, and I guess I'll cue you in at some point. This is all new, so this works. Okay, so I'll I guess mute you for now. And then I'll have Matt Dukes J come up. He's on the back end too, so have him here. So if you haven't checked out the Itering IO website, it's we definitely need to update it and add some more features, but nothing new from last week, so I won't be really talking too much about it. But definitely check out if you're looking for any positions. Definitely join us, and there's various positions we have. If you're proficient in full stack, intermediate, senior, Golang engineer, subscan. So mostly subscan, it looks like, DBA engineer, and Darwinian dev. So this is usually it's full, yeah, front end developers and full stack developers. Yeah, so if you are very knowledgeable in the space and would like to help us build our projects, please feel free to send in your resume. So there's that, itering.io. All the information will be on the description below. So going forward, here's Itering Tech. This has not been updated in a long time as well. I don't know if we have any connection with the Twitter, but this was our old handle. But I don't really mention it too much. No one really does. So Darwinian Network, of course, this is our main flagship project that we just spoke about. So you can see here that is some updates. I'm going to be going through the updates here in a second. Just want to go through with everything that's being talked about today. So yeah, here's the new website. If you guys checked it out, we'll be talking more about this, and I'll probably just click into some functionality. I haven't really checked out the website, so it's fairly new to me too. So yeah, you see the API references. So here is our staking. I'm going to show you guys the wallet integrations that we've had this week. It's an evolution land, so updates too as well. Let's go back to the front page here. So yeah, evolution_land is our Twitter page. Here's the website for the portal. So this is our V3 accessibility here. All the information will be on the description below. It will be updated as I make these videos. So Postal Arena, of course, you can see that Hyperpay is also an option to log in, which is new to me actually. Subscan.io. This is our aggregator. So if you guys are in the Polkadot space, either Polkassembly or Subscan are usually the main ones for aggregation. So Subscan, there's no new updates this week, but this is the previous update, was the API open platform. Like we mentioned, the Harmony Horizon bridge hack. I'll probably touch on a little bit more there on the specifics. And then our Helix bridges, there has been any updates this last week, but it is fully operational. If you're sending assets from Darwinia in Evolution Land, well, in Ring, in that case, not the resource assets, those are be able to transfer across multiple blockchains. So I'll touch on that a little bit too as well, if you guys haven't messed with it. And also just to jump in for our Darwinia AMAs and our Evolution Land AMAs as well. Okay, so we'll go back to Darwinia. So some updates this last week. We had the Talisman integration, so we'll be touching on that with the apps.darwinia.org, show you how that works. Polkadot Decoded, we're gonna have some talks there. So actually, I should be touching on that a little bit more too. So I'll be showing you guys which talks to attend to if you guys are online or in person. I won't be physically at some of these events, but they will be still available online, so I'll be watching them online as well. There's sub-wallet integration. So I'm going to be showing you guys sub-wallet in Talisman. So we had a Polkadot community call that was on the 21st. That was with our CMO, Bree Yin. She was expressing everyone about our new updates on Darwinia with the LCMP. So that was very interesting. Unfortunately, it wasn't recorded, so I'm not sure how that is going to be heard. Again, maybe they have a recording on their end. They're going to update and upload it on YouTube like their previous ones. So we did have an AMA today with Subwallet, so that was very interesting. They had some interesting takes on wallets and use cases, EVM compatibility. So that's pretty standard, but also very innovative, with EVM. So not saying they are standard, but it's really good to see that, so that's good. So Polkadot Decoded, if you've seen it on YouTube, there's been a lot of videos and promotion for Polkadot Decoded, so stay tuned with that. Be sure to sign up and get your free NFT that they're giving away for the first 50,000 attendees. Let's see, Polkadot community call. Okay, so we mentioned here. Let's just kind of go forward here. So that was the community calls. We were mentioned by Polkadot Space, so that was cool. They mentioned integration of Subwallet. Bree NFT NYC, so she had a Wabi Live there. So if you missed it, you could check it out in the app, I believe. So, and then we also had some. The Who.com had Infinite Exploration Endless Possibilities. So there was a giveaway, and that was it's over yesterday, so or 2 days ago, UTC +8. But yeah, so that was a really cool way to get involved. We did have an AMA with A Star with Soda. Thank you, Soda, for joining us. They're a really exciting project. They're extending their wanting to work with us. So that was very interesting to have Soda mention that in a tweet. So we are very excited to explore options. There's nothing I can mention or anything that's on the surface, essentially, that it's just in discovery. So we will speak more about that when there's more information to talk about. And today, news flash: Darwin website has been completely redesigned and now includes comprehensive information for developers who want to build cross-chain dApps, NFT marketplaces, DEXs, and DAOs. So this is the update for the website. If you guys seen it, it's very technical looking. I like it. I mean, we are a very technical project, so it is good to have that type of interface and UI to be more technical, because that's who we are. Okay, and so I guess we'll touch a little bit on Polkadot Decoded. So let's see the program here. We are going to be, I believe we're speaking on the first day. Let's see, we got second day, first day. Let's see. I swear we're somewhere around here. Oh, this is Berlin. Okay. We're gonna be in. We're speaking in China, so. Looks like substrates Darwinia. So Wang Peng Fai is going to be talking about market-based adjusting cross-chain fee system. This is a talk on Darwinia. Cross-chain bridge scenarios typically require users to pay fees on both source and target chains involved in the exchange of value between chains. This complicates the protocol, not user-friendly. Darwinia fee market creates a secondary supply and demand market for Relayer, and users adjust fees automatically, where users only pay the currency of the source chain. When the supply is abundant, fees fall, and when the supply is low, fees rise. So this is going to be an interesting talk. If you guys see previous talks with about our market fee system, we did have AMA, but unfortunately that is not, you can't listen to it anymore. But this will be a way to to revise everybody about our market fee system, adjusting the cross-chain fee system. So that's very interesting. Let's touch on some other talks. I believe we have 3 talks. So the first day is going to be at what time would that be? 1:10. I guess my time. So about 12:10. I believe. Oh, that's gonna be time zone. Wait. So I have to change time zones. Sorry, guys. Excuse me. Interesting. I'm not sure what time that would be. 23. That's 11 p.m. Okay. Interesting. And then we'll go here, and we'll see other talks that we have. So there's a keynote from Gavin Wood. Okay, Bree will be speaking about Evolution Land Flourish, the Polkadot GameFi ecosystem. Evolution Land is the first cross-chain GameFi project in the Polkadot ecosystem. The talk will mainly focus on how Evolution Land will showcase NFT interoperabilities through Evolution Land is working with Polkadot ecosystem projects to flourish the DotSom and GameFi ecosystem. Also, the talk would be about evolution, or how Evolution Land is going to evolve, my bad, into a Web3 metaverse to realize the Web3 vision of Polkadot. So this is very interesting. I wish I was talking about Evolution Land as well, but unfortunately I didn't submit a speaking spot, but I should have. So now I know. And Yaki will be speaking about Subscan, explore what's happening in Substrate ecosystem with Subscan as a high-precision Web3 explorer that aggregate substrate ecology networks. We'll share how the process visualize blockchain data and how to track cross-chain data, of course. We'll also introduce the new features of Subscan, share the recent progress and future plans. Looks like we have Jesse in the chats. We'll have you on here in a second as well. So that is our talks. We have 3 talks. I'll be trying to get the time down properly for everybody, so that way you're in your certain time zones, you'll know better when to join. But we'll be speaking more about that as next week rolls in. And then Evolution Land, of course. A lot of updates, partnerships, exciting features. Postal Arena, of course, everyone's that's a part of it, has been getting weekly bonuses. So be sure to join Postal Arena. So we'll just go through what's been going on this last week. So see you guys at NFT NYC. So Dataverse NFT NYC will mention us for the first cross-chain game in metaverse integration, DeFi NFT, multifaceted gameplays including mining, collection, education, breeding. PvP is now coming with us to stage. So thank you Dataverse for giving us some shine, and I wish I was there, but you guys have been helping us with the pamphlets, so I appreciate you guys. So Evolution Land and Hyperpay. So if you guys noticed, I showed you earlier with the Postal Arena. Hyperpay is an option to log in now, so that is really cool. I appreciate Hyperpay for doing so. We did the winner list for the Gen Zero for the Gammy AMA, which we had 2 weeks ago. So almost 3 weeks ago. So we had that with Gammy, and all our winners have been announced. So go to the Pordria to claim your prizes. Congratulations, Warriors. So last week we had our 1 week Warrior with top 3 get 1,000 ring. We'll get 500 ring. So our top 3 get 1,000 ring. 4 out of 10 will get 5. Or 4 to 10 ranking will get 500 ring. So yeah, this is really cool for our participants joining the Evolution Land and being able to earn prizes. So stay tuned for all the weekly prizes. I believe there's one announced recently as well. Also, first round joint NFT has been updated by Crypto Meta. Participate in the Postal Arena rank mode. You can claim that galaxy.eco Evolution Land. There's a link here and also here for Apostles as well. So we had the Ignite tournaments AMA. That was yesterday. So that was really nice to hear where they're at, and they're at the alpha stage right now, but beta will be happening at some point, so we'll be able to join Ignite tournaments, sponsor projects or our games as well in a tournament style gameplay. So this is going to be really interesting to be able to connect Web 2, Web 3 projects, and also guilds as well. So putting a lot of attention on the Evolution Land and being able to, kind of gamify our experience even more than what we have now. So that's exciting to have that. Get your rewards on Top 10 Warriors. So still doing this every week. So be sure to join us on that. Glad to integrate Hyperbay. So Hyperbay integration to Apostle Arena, like I mentioned. So that was yesterday that made an announcement, or actually they made an announcement 2 days ago, and we made an announcement yesterday as well. So yeah, if you have Hyperpay, you can access the Apostle Arena now. So that's really cool for integration. And also, we had the Ignite tournament. So definitely check out that recording. Interesting touch and ideas, and really fascinating speaking with the gentleman from Ignite tournaments. So yeah, I was really excited to have him on there, and I appreciate that. So yeah, here's mentions on Hyperpay. Did the giveaway, so there was various participants in the giveaway, so congratulations everybody. 20 winners have been drawn for the Hyperpay card. So yeah, that's exciting, to have a virtual card to spend. So yeah, wow. So yeah, we had some announcements with eFun. So eFun is doing an airdrop, and also I'll add to this in a second here with eFun, but they're doing some giveaways as well. So if you want to participate here, you can tag 3 friends, follow eFun and Evolution Land, and here's a link to the Telegram channel. So be sure to do so, and you'll be able to participate. You got till the 27th at night UTC, so stay tuned on that. Okay. So we did another giveaway for the airdrop here. So you could see that there was another wave for everyone that was on the top ranking. So very interesting to have that. Okay, and let's go forward here. We had an announcement this morning for Airlift. This is a great partnership. They'll help us be able to utilize giveaways and quizzes and competitions in a way that's more seamless and builds better retention with the community, and it eliminates bots. So it completely eliminates bots in a way that you have to use your wallet to sign in, and with doing so, it shows that you actually participated, and it shows how many wallets have signed in and participated and how many have completed. So this is really cool to see, with various other projects utilizing. It's a very early project, but they also have built on crap. So we'll be announcing that at some points. So that's also some alpha here. But we will be making a separate announcement on that as well. So here's a repost of our weekly Itering updates. So definitely stay tuned every week at 1 p.m. Pacific time standard, 2 p.m. Mountain my time, and you'll be able to stay tuned with us and jump in the chats as well. Being able to hopefully hear your voice and be able to join with us. So I'll be bringing Jesse and Maduche fairly soon. So I appreciate your guys' patience. So eFund is also having another giveaway. That's 200,000 eFund giveaway to 40 Evolution Land Lucky players. Here's a task: retweet, tag 3 friends, join the Telegrams, eFund, and Evolution Land, and fill out this form. So be sure to be part of this. This is very interesting. We're also going to be announcing a AMA. I guess I'll just mention it, but we're going to be announcing an AMA with eFund at some point. So stay tuned on that announcement. Here's the Evolution Land portal. This is a new portal. I'll be jumping on to Matic here, so that way we can see a little bit here on what's going on. So hasn't been too many recent updates with Evolution Land besides wallet integrations. Of course, there's various wallet integrations. So if you have MetaMask, Token Pocket, Coinbase Wallet, Wallet Connect, Clover Wallet, Math Wallet, and Unstoppable domains. So that's quite a bit actually. So interesting to have all that. You can see that the Prey function is still available. The land has been acquired, but you can still get apostles. Gold Rush event as well. When the Gold Rush event is active, market, land, mysterious shop, so you get yourself some chest, farm as well. So the farming is still going on, and governance, of course, proposals, functions, voting power, Katon staking. So you can see that the Interstellar Council is the main council. Of course, each council has its own chapter per se for each continent or chain. So you can see here is the various ones. Of course, Byzantine, Tron, we're going to be building that bridge soon. So actually we may touch on some of the previous roadmaps as well. And okay, and so Apostle Arena. So we're going to jump in here. You can see I'll be using the MetaMask wallet, of course. And then so this is if you checked all previous videos we show every weekend, we do Evolution Land Versus, so you can stay tuned on that at 11 a.m. Eastern. So we're through all the updates here. Subscan, there's no new updates, of course. Touch on the Harmony Bridge, Helix. Helix bridges. This is our for our assets. We can also use our Light client for other bridges and protocols and projects in the ecosystem as well. So this is a kind of a presentation of our project So it's really nice to see that we're able to, at least have our assets secured. But yeah, it's pretty active, and we see a lot of assets being sent. So yeah, I'll touch on the Darwinia AMAs and Evolution Line versus, and then I'll have Jesse on here. I appreciate you waiting. So yeah, Darwinia AMAs. We had AMA with Talisman. Talisman's a fantastic wallet. I'm really excited about Talisman. Of course, I love Nova Wallet and Sub Wallet too. You guys are doing so many. There's just so many, solid wallets now. So it's very competitive, but excited to use any of your guys' wallet. Let me show you guys here in a little bit on how that works. So we had a Talisman AMA. So stay tuned. Any more updates with Talisman in general, follow them. Check out what's going on with their project as well. So you listen in here with Talisman. And then we had our Sub Wallet AMA as well. And then we had so we had A-Star AMA as well. So definitely check these out. These are really solid projects, and they have a lot of wisdom here in the space. So definitely tune into those. We had Sub Wallet recently, just actually about a few hours ago. So yeah, check those out. We have AMAs every Friday usually at 11 a.m. Pacific, but of course we kind of double book sort of. So we had a Thursday and a Friday for this week, but that's not normal. We usually have one. For Evolution Land, unfortunately, our guest AJ is sick and he won't be able to attend, so it'll just be me and Greyhood, which is good. I think we haven't really had just a one-on-one with me and Greyhood, so it's gonna be awesome regardless. And we'll see you guys at 11 a.m. Eastern. And we're gonna bring on Jesse here, so we'll bring on Jesse if you want to jump in.
Hey Dustin, how you doing?
Hey Jesse, how's it going?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Cool. So, I guess you just want me to do a little introduction first.
Yeah. Who are you? And let's know about who you are and what you're doing in the space.
Jesse, I started out as just a community member with Darwinia, and over the last year, I've just gotten more and more involved. I'm now part of the business development team, but also the community manager. I help out all of our ambassadors, who we call our metaverse experience officers. So help all of them, and also just help keep our communities going, and spam and bot free.
Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of dedication. Definitely appreciate you always taking that time to work on anyone needs any help with the space. So yeah, it's exciting to hear that. But yeah, if you if there's any exciting updates this last week you want to talk about, or anything with the community?
Megan hit on a lot of stuff, and there's not a lot of it is in what we're announcing, what the partnerships we're pulling together and everything. I guess one thing is, our Discords definitely don't get a lot of traffic. So we're trying to do some more to, increase traffic on Discord. Trying to get all of our events as they get scheduled. We're trying to get them up there so people on Discord who may not be on Telegram and, watching our Telegram announcement channels. And so this way people can join in on our AMAs, and especially Evolution Land or Darwinia.
Yeah, that was some questions I was going to ask you. Kind of we were talking about some of the ways to build out the community. Is there any suggestions, I guess, to the community that we can add value, or maybe we can get some of their input? Or
I think right now, the best way is for us to build a community is just get input. One of the hard parts for us is, we really appeal to the devs, but the devs don't usually get involved with our community. They're more behind the scenes, and so getting people excited about bridges, that's the hard part. All of us, understand and are excited about bridging, and excited about connecting other projects and other ecosystems that people tend to forget about that stuff. So definitely one thing we're working on trying to figure out is like how do you get people excited about what we're doing, and really it gets showcased when you get projects like DeFi or NFTs that start
Mm.
using the technology to really just showcase what it can do, and then people get excited because they say, oh hey, here's what these projects are doing and here's where they're doing it, and it's amazing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, being such a technical project, it's a little bit hard to showcase unless a bigger project in the space or utilizes it in a way that's like recognizable. So yeah, that's very true. Um, but
Definitely great having Soto mention us today.
yes, yeah, exactly. Like Soda saying, "Hey, I want to work with Darwinia," and when did he mention? He mentioned us in the AMA or something, or what do you mean?
Yeah, in the
I
AMA, he
missed.
was when you were talking to him, he was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
hey, we definitely want to work with you guys, and
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly like I don't like try to like pressure anyone to say anything. I don't. I just let them express that, and that's great. Like just having that natural reaction, and that was just like my interaction with Soda as well in person. Like he's very like wanting to work with the anyone in the space to build. I just love that energy and passion, and that's perfect for Darwinia. And they're expanding pretty a lot more than I thought they were. So it was really cool to see.
yeah, I mean, just to talk about what he said, I mean, the idea of being able to make a WASM call from a Solidity, a smart contract is just crazy. Like the fact that you have that interaction between, the old EVM tech and this new tech, and being able to do that, because that opens up the world to so much more interoperability, because so many people are so used to the smart contract, and WASM is going to be that new thing. It's sort of like when everybody was programming in Fortran, and now you introduce C, and you're changing the paradigm. If you can find ways to be able to use both at the same time, it makes transitions so much smoother.
Yeah, that's true. Like, yeah, that transitional is very important because like where we're at, the EVM is just it's inevitable. We have to connect with them to get that onboarding, um, which is okay. And we have the security and foundational layer to facilitate these previous projects. So kind of bring them forward, um, but yeah, it's cool to hear that. Like that to me was very new. Like I didn't even think about that. It's a lot of these developers are like, oh, Solidity, or you have to use Rust or for WASM, and it's like, well, I mean, there's still going to be development on Solidity, especially with Ethereum 2.0 right around the corner. So um, it's yeah, inevitable. Like we don't want to like segregate ourselves from these specific Solidity developers. We should be able to bridge that gap, and that's kind of our analogy in general in the space, in Dot.Sama ecosystem. So we should be able to extend ourselves, adding value where we can, and being that Gavin Wood developed both essentially. um, so it's cool to see that going forward, and yeah, it's exciting. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah, some pretty good ideas to bring forward with our community. I'm excited to definitely work out some ways to engage with everyone in Discord. So I think that's our biggest kind of fall right now. I mean, it's not. It's just we haven't really focused on it. At least personally, I can't say for everybody else, um, yeah, I think those community calls. I think that's going to be very important to have, regardless of participation. Just building that engagement, and just showing that we're putting effort in our Discord. So, being seeing other communities as well, like how they're structured. A lot of that information is all centralized in this fashion, which is kind of good for them to kind of just go in there and kind of browse around and find out, if there's a tutorial they need to see, or some technical papers, or if it's a white paper. We don't have to just go and explain it again and again. We can point them in the right direction. So I kind of like having
Agreed.
easily accessible information, where Telegram is just kind of like we just all have to answer the questions again and again, and not that it's it's good that we're educating, but it's also I guess not as efficient, but yeah.
Yeah. And I think something else that will help our community is that I know we're working on a couple sort of step-by-step processes to use governance and to
Mm,
use do treasury tips, things like that. And I know that that's not an easy process, especially now, especially with our switch over to rely more on Polkadot
mm,
JS org apps, and that dashboard for there.
mm,
Um, Something I don't sort of happened a few weeks ago that hasn't been talked about a lot is the whole Subsquare usage for Crab governance.
okay.
Great website, similar to Polka Assembly, and I think that's going to be really helpful for us going forward as we flesh that out and um, give information to the community on what are they voting on, what is this proposal, what is that proposal, being able to provide a lot more information. When you do a tip proposal
Mm,
for making a video or writing an article. Also, if you've got a proposal for the Treasury that you want to, put something together and want to do something and use Treasury funds. And that's one thing I've noticed, in about a year and a half I've been involved with Darwinia, is that we don't use our Treasury much. Our Treasury just sort of sits there, and the Ring Treasury, Darwinia's Treasury, actually has I think it's like a 1% burn every 30 days.
wow.
So every 30 days, there's right now about three quarters of a million ring getting burned because it's not being used by anybody. Nobody's in there requesting it, and so
Mm,
being able to help the community understand that, hey, that's available to people. That's a way to, one, say you got an idea and say you want to try to do some sort of education or something. We can get a proposal in there and look at it. Both Megan and I are on the Darwinia Council, and I'm currently on the Crab Council, and I know Megan's looking to get on the Crab Council as well. So we're there to help the community, one, move some of these requests through, because the dev team is very busy, and they occupy more of the council seats right now, which makes sense early in a project. So to help them get things moving and help them understand what the community is trying to do, we're a great bridge.
mm. Yeah, it's definitely, it's gonna take some time, but yeah, that being able to tap into those treasury, like it's just like Polkadot or Kusama treasury, or any of the treasuries. It's just a way for anyone to add value by asking for some help, in that sense, if it's like a grant, or if it's anything that has to do with facilitating our ecosystem with our projects.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'd love to extend that to anybody that wants to put up a proposal. If you have any great ideas, it's very beneficial. We've given out grants to some of our MIOs already, so it even myself, I proposed early on before I was part of the team. It works. It's very beneficial. Especially having some of our council members that are closer to us, helps. So hopefully we can onboard some of our fellow council members here. um, and yeah, this and allows us, whoever that wants to, just write up a proposal. It's just it seems very seamless, and it's it's not, there's no risk, like you basically are asking for help. If it's if you're running events, if it's making content, if it's any way of advocating, please feel free to join the treasury. I'll add some more information on the description below as well too, so anyone could just join in and see. We have grants as well for all our projects, and yeah, we'd love to hear you add value. So it's awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, speaking of, talking about, we're here to help, the Mios and myself, Megan, yourself. I mean, we can help people if they've got an idea, help them flesh it out and get it to a point where it's something that could be submitted to, say, a treasury proposal, or, beyond that, working with, say, a project that wants to get a grant to build on Crab or build on Darwin. Yeah, we're all here in Telegram and Discord to help facilitate those things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's exactly what we could do, Like we're all here to help, and we're all human, we're all reachable in some way, so feel free to contact us. We're most of us are pretty available, at least in the Western hours, and then the other team as well, in Eastern time zones. So and if you need any more technical aspects, our Eastern team is definitely more at a little bit more knowledgeable in that space. But yeah. So yeah, I don't know if there's anything else I should touch on here. I guess what's your take on the Harmony Bridge hack?
So yeah, one thing I'm going to try to speak a little louder. Megan said I'm a little quiet here, so let me know if you can't hear me very well. But it's something that it's not surprising, especially with so many that have been happening. I think bad actors are going to look for these opportunities, look for federated custodial bridges. They're going to look for bridges that say maybe have like 5 validators and need 3 or 5 in order to do something. So they're gonna look for those situations. I think after the Axie Ronin bridge hack, I mean, that really showed the weakness in that design. So you really got all these bridges out there that went up quickly, and so that they went up quickly. They're great. They work seamlessly right now, but they're great targets. I mean, especially as liquidity grows on them.
Yeah, I'm reading a little bit here. Is proprietary Horizon Ethereum bridge. So it looks like 5 members of across 5 time zones continue to work. Okay, let's see. Okay, so they mentioned that the FBI was involved, investigation, and to me, I mean, I don't really know the whole details, but what I've seen previously was with the Axie hack, it was Lazarus, I think it's Lazarus. The team is a state-sponsored hacking team from North Korea. So I'm not sure if that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry about that. Well, no, what I read about that one, that they gained access to the infrastructure of one of the validator operators, and that validator operated something like 4 of the validators of the 7 of the Ronin bridge. And so once they gained access to those 4 through that, shared infrastructure that they were on, they also found a backdoor connection to a 5th one that was hosted by, I think, the Ronin DAO. And that had been put in place early on to bootstrap it, and it never been. So it allowed signing capabilities from the other validators, because they had, there was sort of a bootstrapping scenario that they never, closed down. They never sort of fixed that. And so that allowed, the attacker, once they got into that infrastructure, they had access to 5 of the 7 validators that were needed to, do something.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's actually something I seen with Polygon. At least, like I think it was about 6 months to maybe a year ago. They had some type of pseudo access to the chain, which they, someone had pointed it out, which they removed, of course. But these little little discrepancy, oh man, another word. Just little vulnerabilities, having, discrepancies that are just kind of like lingering in the background because it is easily accessible. Like, you have to have a decentralized, like nodes and validators. Like, you can't just have it like your own little validator set that's, controlled by, your team essentially. It's like that. It doesn't like it makes it vulnerable, and you can see this again and again with these federated custodial based bridges. Like they're just not secure. Um, and the biggest one I know of is multi-chain. And I'm not saying they've been hacked. I think some did happen before, but they've done something to fix it. I don't know the whole story, of course, but they changed their name, to from AnySwap to multi-chain or multi-swap or whatever the project is. And it works. It's fast. There's a lot of chains attached to it, but just like any bridge, if it's compromised, it could compromise, various chains, at least EVM chains. And I just hope that we can like find a way to like really educate the communities on this. Just this, what do I say? Harmony's 2 second transition finality. Yeah, so their biggest claim to fame is that there's a 2 second transaction finality and 100 times lower fees, which sounds all great, but not when $100 million gets hacked and then like they cease the chain, cease the bridge. Are your assets safe? Are you going to be reimbursed? Like, like how does that work? And luckily some of these hacks, the hackers were, I guess kind of white hat hackers and gave a lot of the funds back. But like the rodent hack, that's it. And no one really talks about it anymore, I mean, we mention it, but like no one really talks about the Axie hack. No one really talks about Axie, in general anymore. It's really sad, like I thought it was a decent project, but I wasn't like a huge fan. They did have a lot of centralized aspects to the game, but it definitely had its place in the space. But now we're seeing projects like Axie, anything that's attached to any of these like EVM custodial based bridges, they're not gonna last, like, and they're gonna make a bad taste for anyone that's getting interested in the space. So yeah, I hope to see more advocation here. So we got Megan.
If you don't mind, if I jump in and make a comment.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's really the problem with these bridges that have been getting hacked over the last year or two is it mostly comes down to them using multi-sig. So yeah, pseudo will be controlled by multi-sig, or the actual bridge funds will be controlled by multi-sig. And for any skilled hacker, hackers know that it's not the software or the system that's vulnerable, it's the person. So when you see that you need 5 of 8 keys, for a skilled hacker, that just becomes a challenge, to gather up those keys one by one, or to look for the person in this Harmony bridge that controls a lot of them. So yeah, it turns into more of a game of social engineering than of an actual like compromise the code situation, which is why it's so important to not rely on even multi-sig solutions.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, because it's not the code itself. It's the ability to access it through these wallets. Yeah, it's scary. That's for sure. Multi-sigs have their use case. Just when it comes to bridging and holding millions of dollars worth of assets, it's like definitely something to really think about, like for future use case here. And I'm just like, it just keeps happening. Like it sucks. It really sucks. Like I don't want this to happen. And like this is what I've being a part of Evolution Land and Darwinia early on, that is what I saw as a vulnerability, is the bridging, right? And they facilitated that such early on. Like it was just so early on to have bridging like being a viable option. I was bridging Ethereum to Tron like in 2018 and 19, this was almost unheard of, But yeah, and going forward, now it's that reality is still a reality. Like it's still existing, and it's becoming bigger and bigger. This is a little bit small. It's definitely 6 times smaller than the rodent hack, but nevertheless, it's still $100 million. So yeah, that's just crazy to have that go on. But anyways, so I will be moving forward with the wallet integrations. I'm excited to show you guys. Um, yeah, so if you go to apps.darwinian network, if you go to, here, I'll show you how to access it. You go to Darwinian Network, and then you can go over here, start building and all that. So there's the docs, tokens. You can check out our tokens. So really interesting to see here on how to stake and everything. So I'll do more of a deep dive at some point. So under networks, you can see here. So we are parachain auction obviously is being updated. I don't have the information right now, but you can see here different options for subscan, staking, on-chain governance. So we're gonna go to staking app. Staking apps, and this will take you to the Darwinia staking. So you'll be right here. You can see different wallets. So pre-existing wallet, of course, everybody uses Polkadot.js. Onboarding experience is not the best, of course, but obviously we got options now. So just to start with the first option, we got Talisman. So if you guys haven't added Talisman, you can go to Talisman. I guess I'll just pull that up right now because I don't have that up. So we go to Talisman. Talisman. My bad. So yeah, here's Talisman. It's a community-led wallet built. So they made an announcement that they have integrated with us recently. So you can go to talisman.xyz. Of course, XYZ doesn't look like a regular website, but it's fine. You should be good. And there you can download it as an extension, and you can add it up here to Chrome or Brave or Firefox or whatever web browser you personally use. And then you go back here, so you can see here for the first time it's connecting. You just click whatever wallets you have attached to your account and then connect. And now I'm using Talisman Wallet. So this is Talisman Wallet. Of course, there's really nothing going on. So you just select the account. There's nothing in this account, of course. But you can see here, now it's connected to Talisman Wallet. And then we'll go over here to switch wallets. I'll go to sub wallet. So we'll have you on right after this, but Duke Shea, appreciate you waiting and coming back. I did unfortunately meet everybody at some point, but that's because there was sound on the back end. So yeah, with sub wallet as well, so you pick what accounts you want. I only have one. You can press connect, and now I connect to this particular account, and you can see here, there's sub wallet. So now this wallet is active. You can see I've been staking, earning rewards. I made some bonds, and I can release some unbonds. So actually, I got some tokens here to release. So you can go right here. It's the same as if you're using your other accounts. You just go there and put your password in, and you can have that. Go ahead, and yeah, and then you can also go back to Polkadot.js. So really cool, exciting integration. But yeah, we'll have our one of our Mios, Madukche. So I'll unmute you right now. Madukche, go ahead and speak. Madukche, are you there? If you would like to speak, that'd be cool. Have you on the stream, man. That'd be awesome. We'll just I guess wait. Oh, okay. There we go. Hello.
Okay. I guess wait. Oh, okay. There we go. Hello. Can you hear me now? I was very noisy.
Yes.
Okay. So yes. I'm really happy for the recent integrations. Mm-hmm. The website really wowed me today. I was really surprised. I heard about it some weeks back, but I never thought it's very close. So seeing it today, it gave me joy. I was like, okay. I could create something around this today, and I was actually working on something before I came on the stream. So I'm really glad. Thumbs up to the team. I'm excited generally for that. Then also the AMAs and everything. It's been all good. Okay. Can I talk about something? Just about
Well,
my normal monthly.
I was gonna say maybe
Can
you
I
want to
talk about
give
something?
give us a little intro and
Give
then to go ahead and talk afterwards.
Okay. Okay. A little intro for.
Like who
Uh.
you are and how'd you get started with Darwinia?
Okay. I am David Jackson. Some of my friends call me Madukshe, but I still love to go by the name Madukshe. And I started with Darwina about okay. I first of all heard about Darwina last year. I think December. I think that was during the bounty, and a friend walked up to me. I was like, "Oh yeah, can you help me write some article or put some things together?" I was like, I would see. So I accepted later on to do it freely. He didn't really tell me it was for a bounty, so I just did it. But along the line, I was just seeing Darwina. I was like, oh, maybe this Darwina is something I could check out. Then accidentally, I had to check it out that period, and I was like, oh wow, so this is a company. So I joined the community. I think I wrote some articles that time, but I can't remember. Okay, I can remember the title, Sha. Rings around the dots. I think that was for the polka dot parachain then or something. I can't really figure out. So I wrote like 3 articles there, and I was like, okay. Then the bounty got stopped, and I was like, oh, so I had to apply for tips and a whole lot of stuff. But that's in the past. So I I really love being with the team since I joined since March, and it's been a good one. It's been a good ride. I've learned a whole lot. I've really learned a whole lot this period. Like not the really high technical ones, but so far it's been good for me. Honestly, I love the experience I've garnered here so far. This month I was supposed to be at Egypt like virtually, but I couldn't make it there because of language constraints. But I think I communicated with the community member Ahab, something like that. That's his name. I can't pronounce it correctly. Ahab Al Nakib, something like that. Hubi Crypto, and we should be working on something about the Arabic community. I think next week. So those are something that should expect in the next week. So next week and we should be coming up with something about the Arabic community, and everyone will know about that. So thank you very much, Dustin, for giving me the opportunity to speak. I'm grateful.
For sure. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead with what you were going to say.
Oh, okay. Not really much, but I was just trying to talk about the constraint I faced. Okay, like this month, trying to reach out to an Egyptian. Okay, someone from Egypt. I contacted a few persons from Egypt, and they actually speak Arabic. A very few of them speak English. So they are like, some of them that don't know about the crypto space were like, they are not really interested. This, that, this. I was like, oh wow, that let's just give it a try. Someone like, no, they don't want to engage themselves with stuff like this. And I was like, okay, oh, that's good. So up to like recently, I couldn't get someone. So I was like, would I stop the movement this month? But it hindered me because of the language barrier. Most of them don't speak English, so it's kind of difficult to reach out to those in Egypt. But I had to now take the other option of going with Ahab, so that instead of just making it just Egypt, we won't just make it just Egypt. We're going to make it entirely like Arabic community. So it's gonna be like Arabians, or what do you call them, Arabs from different zones of the world. I think some from Asia. I don't know where Arabs usually reside, but I know some are in Africa and a few in different surrounding areas. So it's gonna be like a session for Arabic citizens, so to say. I don't know what they are really called, like quote something like that. So that's just basically how it's going to go this next weekend or so. But sooner than next, something good should come up from that side. Then, I'm really, I really didn't plan to speak. Honestly, I didn't know I would speak. Well, it's all good. Thank you, Dustin. I think I'm done for now.
For sure. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Madukshe. Yeah, feel free to join us next week, or anyone else. You can jump in our community calls that we're going to have as well. We're going to have on Discord. We'll be being able to facilitate that at some point. So we'll have to figure out all the parameters. But I'm thinking Wednesdays in the morning, my time. That would probably be ideal. But yeah, thank you, Madukshe. I muted you for now. The echoing was kind of bad. Sorry. But anyways, yeah, I'm excited to have these weekly updates with Itering and all our projects. It's really exciting to kind of be able to talk about everything instead of just, Evolution Land or Darwinia separately, because we're various projects. We facilitate a lot of ecological aspects to the parachains, to Polkadot, Kusama, and heterogeneous EVM chains. So we're kind of just everywhere. And so it's really cool to hear our community's voice, of course, with Duke, Jesse, and Megan. I appreciate you guys jumping on. So definitely check out the website. I'm going to be updating all the information in the description below later today, so it might not be as updated yet. But be sure to check out the new Darwinia.network website. Also, the integration with the apps, with wallets, and Talismans and sub wallets. So that's fantastic. Thank you, respected teams, for doing so. And you guys are doing such amazing, innovative staking, and it's just so much going on with EVM and Substrate together working on the same wallets. It's crazy to have that happen. We have some exciting projects coming out this next week for some partnerships I hope to announce. I guess I kind of mentioned the one with Crab. Obviously, we're already partnerships with Airlift, so Crab is onboarded. So they've already applied for a grant. So that's exciting. There's a lot more I can't mention, of course, like we've said, but we are in a lot of talks with various projects. I'm personally going out there every day, contacting them, making sure, building personal relationships with some of these, such as Soda. I'm building a personal relationship with Soda. It's nice to have a kind of real world touch to, in more of a friendly manner. Outside of all this busy world that we live in, but it's exciting times, guys, and I just hope to bring that value to everyone, educate that if it's wallets, if it's bridging, if it's Substrate, if it's EVM, if it's Harmony Hack, being able to avoid these things without just compromising the use case. We might as well use what we have and not just use what we used to have, because it's easy to deploy, obviously, and no one really cares as the end user, but that's because of the lack of education. So anyone that's out there, please educate everybody on the difference of bridging, and also just security in general, because that's the most important, regardless of what project you're a part of. Please understand that security comes at the most highest value, and it's the most base layer of everything. So be sure to recognize that, and we hope to educate everybody in these weekly updates. Thank you, Madukshe again, also Jesse and Megan. Appreciate you guys jumping in. Anyone, feel free to join in us every week. That's 1 p.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Mountain. This is the Itering Weekly Update with your hosts, Dustin Lee, from the business development team of Darwinia and Evolution Land. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.